Yeah, I think both these guys are in good condition, so that I don't think that was going to be a factor in the match anyway. So who can get the best technique? And just like we saw at 165, both these guys having a difficult time getting through the head-hands defense. But Farr's doing a nice job of staying out of the 2-on-1. Well, he just got caught in it right there. That's where Myers likes to live. He, always in there for 2 or 3 seconds and stay in good position. It's a good period for Farr.
Screen is down.
So Alex Meyer chooses down. And to start the second period here at 174 pounds, Chris Farr trying to pull the upset to get the Gophers on the board.
Set bottom, now top, down easy. Set.
Stand up there by Meyer.
Run.
Not really contested real well. No mat return attempt there by Farr. Those things are big in 0-0 matches. You got to go ahead and try to take it down. Nice snatch attempt there. He's going to be able to get back up to his feet, but he lost the grip. We saw that before. You got to make sure that when you have that grip, you want the outside palm. And in this case for Farr, you want that outside palm down. I don't think it was as easily as that grip came apart.
Meyer doing a good job of getting that leg and foot down on the mat, breaking that grip of Chris Farr. Chris Farr was in. And now Meyer's in. Can he finish it?
So he comes out to the ankle here. There's a nice switch off there. Gets it up chest high. This is kind of the same finish that you see Sammy Brooks do a lot, right? Chest high in the finish. Now he's going to go ahead and scoop that leg up. Good job of keeping balance here, but I think Farr might be on borrowed time.
And Meyer covers Farr for the 2-point takedown, go out front 3-0, an escape and a takedown in the second period, puts him up 3-0.
Yeah, that was a good job by Meyer. He got that leg up chest high, and he was able to go ahead and, so much of finishing a single leg finish is like climbing the rope. You can't let go of the rope and expect to go up. You can't let it go with both hands. And so, you can see where he kind of shimmied up the leg a little bit, got a little bit closer so he could make that trip, and a nice job of finishing that, Alex Meyer.
Meyer, a 2016 All-American, finished 8th. The top 8 in every weight class are All-Americans. Right now, ranked 11. That's how tough 174 is.
This is the you see the escape there that he was able to get.
Red's down.
Quick escape, which made it ability for him to go out there and did a nice job of, I thought, on the single leg defense right there. That's been the difference in the match. One guy was able to finish, and the other guy wasn't.
To match Meyer's aggression here, Chris Farr is going to have to get a quick escape himself. Meyer doing a good job of keeping his hips close.
Well,
nice job by Farr breaking loose.
Yeah, it's like Meyer backed off. It looked like he had the inside trip and probably could have ran him off the mat, but just kept his feet froze at that point, and maybe a little more comfortable being on the feet, but it doesn't. Riding time at 1 minute even.
So a takedown and a ride out would take it to overtime, minute 20.
Oh, that's mine. It's incidental.
I think that's a great call by J.R. Johnson right there. Farr got his hand caught in the uniform. A lot of times officials will call that real quickly and pretty much incidental. Farr looking for that snatch single he was able to get in the second period. Now following up with that 2-on-1. Good job there. He's going to get back points.
Great execution, and you're right about the back points, but will it be 2 or 4?
So far, I don't think he's got the 4 count, but he's easily got the 2. Yep, he looks like he's got all 4 fingers out there, the official does. Inside Turk right there, that he's trying to elevate the bottom leg. It's going to be difficult to pin a guy from this position, but can be done. Good work by Meyer following up and being aggressive when he had the tie-up that he liked. great finish and going right into the Turk.
So with that takedown and 4 points, that's a 6-point move. It's 9-1 now. Riding time building up, and so a major decision in the works for Meyer, and that's how it will end. An extra point for riding time, 10-1. Major decision for the All-American Alex Meyer. He's your winner. 4 more points on the board for the Hawkeyes.
Alex Meyer got progressively stronger in this match, was able to go ahead and do a nice work there off of this takedown. He got the tie that he wanted. Look at him going ahead and work off the wrist tie. Feels Farr scrambling out of it. Double leg, back into a Turk. Gets the back points. And you've been watching Big Ten Wrestling, presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. The thing you like about Barr, all throughout his career, he's been a guy that's really got on the offense. Big physical, 97-pounder. Ends up, in a tough situation, but also a good situation. He helped get this crowd back into it here for the Gophers.
Bowman from North Scott High School, Donahue, Iowa. Brett Pfarr from LeSueur. He just never gets rattled. He's always wrestled pretty fearless. I mean, no matter who he wrestles, you're talking about the number 2 ranked wrestler in intermatch ranking. Nice little drag to the leg, 2 points, and gives escape.
Yeah, nice work with that drag, and felt Bowman pushing back into him. That's kind of the same technique that Gunther was able to get his takedown on at 165 for Iowa. But you mentioned in Farr is that I think he's gotten better with his variety of attacks, and he's always been one of those guys that could scramble, and he just never gives up. And I think he really enjoys himself out there. He's in a weight class that's comfortable for him. He started his career at 184, but look at that drag right there. He's going to be able to go ahead and drop down low. Nice finish.
And obviously, Brett Farr showing his stuff right here, but he wrestles so much better when he is scoring, and he can be a scoring machine. All-American last year, and just really a high-pace wrestler.
Yeah, so anybody who has conditioning issues at this weight class is going to experience some difficulties with this guy. And the tie he wanted right there, inside wrist, kind of going to go ahead and hit a little sweep single. Comes back to the other side, nice little finish. Bowman trying to pull through, and that might have worked in high school, but it's going to be difficult to go against this guy. Tough in the top positions, got the side tilt locked up right there, got the 2 count.
See how loose he's wrestling, Jim.
Yeah. Very fluid.
Only loss of the year to the number 1 ranked national champion Jaden Cox, also Olympic bronze medalist out of Missouri. In the finals of the Southern Scuffle, it was a 6-4 decision. That's Brett Farr's only loss. That's why he's ranked number 2.
And he's a solid number 2 at this weight. So, got a Farr wing locked up right there. And is going to go ahead and work for some sort of pinning combination. With a comfortable lead like this, he's probably going to see him work a little bit more in the top position, try to see if he can get his favorite combo locked up with 30 seconds left. He's going to work back for a tilt. He's going to work the wing pretty hard. All he has to do is circle around the head right now, and I think Bowman would go over.
Out in front 10-3 here in the first period. Takedowns, near falls, Brett Farr.
Keep wrestling, gentlemen. Keep wrestling. Plenty of time.
Coach Agam wanted to take the opportunity and the chance to maybe draw starting at 197. So we're starting on the other side of intermission, where the Minnesota Gophers are the strongest, 197 and heavy. 2 senior All-Americans. You're looking at Brett Farr. Dominant performance so far for the Gophers.
Green's down.
Bowman only got tilted once there in that position, so
look at me.
I think
Got it.
go down and competing for a team point here right now.
Neutral.
See that he's not, Farr is the dominant wrestler so far in this match, and he's just out there battling. Comes back into a head to the outside shot. And a cast across, great little scramble. Just did a nice job of cracking that down and casting off to the other side. Created a little scramble, get Bowman out of position a little bit. Now he's just forcing a near side cradle.
Got it locked up.
Usually I'd like to see the grip locked towards the head. I talked about that quite a bit. And so it's at the knee, and that's going to be more difficult, and Farr's likely to come off of it.
So Bowman breaks the grip, and Farr works on top with a 8-point lead halfway through the second period.
Yep, near side wrist. With an 8-point lead, 3 minutes left in the match. You're probably going to look to take the tilt points if you can. These are good rides. And he's going to try to lock him up, load him up a little bit better. Nice job of Bowman not going all the way, but now he got on top of it again and loads the hips up.
2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
And you get the 4 count there.
And he did a nice job of adjusting off that 2-on-1 and loading the hips up and getting the near fall points for 4.
So Brett Farr, 4 more stacked on as soon as he lets go of that near wrist, and he does, and J.R. Johnson gets the 4. And here comes the half Nelson deep.
Yeah, he's got to straighten that arm out. So far, he hasn't got the belt buckle to the sky. They want to try to be able to do that. That's why he's kicking out on that left leg to kind of break that brace. Boy, Bowman is acting tough in here. Not acting, he is being tough here. Spreading his legs out there, not going over with that power half. Good job for him. Competing.
So we'll go to the third period, and Brett Farr chooses to go to neutral to begin the third period. Out in front, 16-4. Brett Farr trying to put as many points on the board for the first time for the Gophers this afternoon. Hawkeyes leading 19-0 after 5 matches. Another takedown, 18-4.
Now I think he's got.
It is correct.
Again, they're battling for 1 team point. This is the difference between a tech fall and the fall. And so Farr has settled down a little bit, just to see if he can go ahead and get Bowman to give him something to be able to go ahead and put him to his back. If not, you'll probably see in the last 35, 40 seconds. Near side cradle locked up again, but it's got it locked a little bit low. He needs to make the adjustment and try to scoop the leg up, locked a little bit better. See how he's got the palm grip right there instead of on the fingers.
Now he's going to walk up that cradle.
Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and try to get both knees behind that left ankle of. He's going to get that grip locked closer up to the head. That's what helps him do this.
Now the walk.
Yeah, no, he didn't quite get the walk, but he's got time to do it. He's going to stay with this technique.
Trying to get the fall, which is the extra point you're talking about.
But each time he tries to get the grip a little bit closer to the head. Going to go over with it. Got to do that battle. And that left arm of there, he's able to walk it up. But loses it in that effort, so he's probably got it.
Nice fight by Bowman there, and it's going to be with riding time. If Bowman, if Farr does ride him out, he'll have the tech fall and the 5 points.
Didn't account for the riding time there, but it was a pretty good job by Bowman there, battling for that one point.
Short time, and if Farr can hold on, and he does, and the extra point. It's 19-4. 5 points on the board for the Gophers. The tech fall for Brett Farr, the All-American. He's our today's State Farm State of Success. Brett Farr, winner by tech fall. The senior is our State Farm State of Success. Gives the fans for the Gophers something to stand up and cheer about.
Great job by Lezek to get the lead, but we kind of knew that there would be some sort of furious comeback by this guy, and here it is right there. He's able to go ahead, keep the head off of the mat, and then he casts across once he has the points and locks up a headlock. See how he comes underneath the neck, all right, and then comes over cast over the other side and fouls it up with a headlock. Knows he can't pin him in this situation, but comes across, casts across the body, and locks it up. Yeah.
Stays out on his toes there, Jim.
Yeah, he knows he's going to collect the points, but this is how he finishes it. Comes under the hook, underhook right there, and then comes across the body into a headlock. And this is when you knew that Lezak was done. Poise. Watch that. Watch, he's the man, all right? He's been the man so far for Iowa. Look at that Iowa bench.
And maybe never more so than right now.
Yeah.
With that comeback and that kind of win. Wow. We're at 133 now. And we've got Clark and McKee. Mitch McKee, a true freshman, up against a tough Cory Clark, the senior out of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, Southeast Polk High School. Mitch McKee out of St. Michael, Albertville High School.
Hey, don't worry, folks. You're going to see that match again on Wrestling in 60, okay? That was,
wow.
What a turnaround. What a turnaround.
Great wrestling on both parts, but when you're down 8-0 and you come back with that type of comeback, it's one that will be talked about for a long time.
Well, and Lezak, he knew what he was doing there. He took the top position, but gave up that reversal.
You're fine. Stay off the throat.
That reversal at the end of the period.
You're fine.
And then you knew that Gilman was going to give it everything he had. A lot of go-behinds, and Lezak was pretty much done on his feet. And then that follow-through with that last takedown into the back was, I got a feeling that had a sense that Gilman was going to get it done anyway, just on the takedown and go-behinds situation. 2-1 exchanges, he probably could have worked himself back into that. But the big move, I'll be talking about that one for a while.
Cory Clark in on the legs of McKee. Clark, a 3-time All-American, couple-time runner-up, and he has been fighting injury, coming back from injuries.
On your feet, gentlemen.
Still 0-0. McKee having a good year as a true freshman. 17-11. Ranked number 17. He was a 3-time Minnesota State champion. Clark himself was a 4-time Iowa State champion from Southeast Polk High School. Now a 3-time All-American trying to get himself to the top of the podium. Been close the last couple of years, getting that second place runner-up position.
And he's been battling. You can see where he's got that shoulder heavily, that shoulder brace he has on his left shoulder there. And so, Cory Clark has been, I think, the one of the more technical wrestlers that Iowa's had the last 2 years since he's been in the lineup. And, when you got an injury like that, you're going to have to make some adjustments. And the times I've seen him, I think he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right there.
Get going here, Clark. You gotta get going, Clark.
An exciting match with Cade Brock, an Oklahoma State duel that was close, but
lost 7-6 to Cade Brock down at the Oklahoma State duel.
Right there, he's got a little trying to hear that the Iowa coaching staff asked him to pin him. They want him to keep the hold of that left.
Got the wrist there as he leans back in.
He's going to go ahead and try to make the turn to get his points in short time. Good job by McKee.
McKee hangs on. No
with
points.
Clark, that's pretty good achievement. Many times Clark has been in.
It's yours, Red. Red defers. Back to you, Green.
Clark will
Green's
choose down to begin second period, try to get the first points on the board.
Set, Green. Don't move. Down easy, Red. Set.
Inside, stand up there, cover the fingers very
neutral.
well.
Nice job
back
to
on
get
the
right
offense.
back in on the offense, as you said, Jim, on that low single.
Worked it off the 2-on-1.
2.
An escape and a takedown, 3-0. Cory Clark out in front.
Working the head and arm right there on the wrist. Now he's got, this is tight. If you can, how will you try to go ahead and work that over? He's going to go ahead and try to circle around the head and then come back to the half Nelson. Boy, this is going to be tough right here for McKee to stay out of.
Signature wrestling by Cory Clark here. Loves this
Not a
position.
stalemate.
Usually
Keep wrestling,
very
gentlemen.
successful.
not a
You know who's really good at this? But now he's going to circle around the head. Going to try to
and then
use
takes a knee and
got the
nice
Farr.
job at McKee.
Yeah, McKee's showing a lot of strength at this point. A lot of guys, Clark Russells will go over with that. Now he's going to reach back and take the wrist behind the back.
Keep it 90. You're
Now he's
fine.
going to work the tilt. What the officials are looking for there, he doesn't want to see the wrist come off the back because you're rotating the shoulder in such a way that it gets against the joint, and the guy will move over fairly quickly. It's an easy technique to spot.
Easy.
I love the fact that the new rules allow these guys to really work hard in the top position. They're not really worried about the potentially dangerous call there. You saw that the hand is moved up almost, beyond 45 degrees there with where Clark's hand is. But that's really what you need to do to make these techniques work.
How much work, talk about work, how much work is it for McKee to stay off his back here?
It's if a guy was really thinking about what he liked to do on the feet, he would say, I want to work on the guy's right arm. I like to have an inside bicep tie or elbow tie, whatever it is on the guy's right arm. He would work that arm in the top position. It's complementary, what you're trying to accomplish there. So
McKee chose neutral, did not want to go underneath to begin the third period. He chose neutral, shoots in on Clark. Clark fending it off and trying to turn it into his own takedown.
As threading that left arm through there, grabbing the Farr. Looks like he's got the Farr wrist. Now he's going to go ahead and try to drive in and keep his left ankle on the mat. And he's going to be able to go ahead and should collect the 2. Right,
Clark back to work on top.
Right back to work on that left arm. Let's see if later in the match if he can take him over with it. Yeah. He's got to keep his head up.
The fifth-year senior, a 3-time All-American, Cory Clark, working to chance to become one of the rare 4-time All-Americans. Working out of his injury, and like you said, Jim, looks like he is in pretty good shape there. Both from his wrist and his shoulder been taped up.
Set right now.
When he first came back, he didn't have the harness on his shoulder. He had his wrist taped up, but there's the inside leg lace with a headlock.
He's got the leg lace, like you mentioned. What he's doing with his left leg is bringing him back over. Yeah.
And you're getting a count now.
1,000.
What made that work, though, is that once he had it locked up, a lot of guys will just kind of try to roll through with it. He was driving hard till he got the resistance that he wanted, then he took him back.
4 points near fall.
Turns this into a major
escape. So 9-1, a major decision with that 4-point near fall for Clark. Whoa, takedown. McKee, which erases the major decision. And you talk about fighting for points, for team points.
Yeah, and as McKee has fought from the bottom position, he only got turned over really once, and so pretty physical.
10-3 with riding time. 3 more points on the board for the Hawkeyes. 27-8. Cory Clark is your winner at 133 pounds. But the win everybody's going to remember today is Thomas Gilman's big comeback.